everybody's weekend? Good, good. I'm glad everybody had a good weekend. Okay. Everybody come sit on the carpet in front of the smartboard, okay? Okay. Do any of y'all in here know what a plant is? Who can tell me what a plant is? Matthew? Okay, a tomato. A tomato is a plant. Sarah? Good. A flower is a plant. So there are all different kinds of plants, guys. Tomatoes, trees, flowers. Those are all types of plants. Who in here knows how a plant grows? Okay, Kelsey. So Kelsey said plants grow in the ground. Okay, plants do grow in the ground. Can anybody else tell me how a plant grows? Okay, good. Plants need water to grow. It seems like a lot of you know a lot about plants. But did you guys know that plants have a specific life cycle that they go through? So, we're going to watch a video about the life cycle of plants and how they grow, okay? I want y'all to pay close attention to how the plant grows and pay close attention to each step, okay? Okay. So pay attention to how it grows and the first step that happens, okay? And each step after that.
How about a lesson on farming today? Seeds. We take seeds of the plant we would like to grow and put them in a pit in the ground. Water. The seeds must be covered with soil. They have to be watered regularly to help them grow into new plants. Roots. As the baby plant grows, the outer hard shell of the seed becomes soft and roots emerge from the seed. Stem. Soon, the stem grows out of the seed and we can see the young plant coming out of the ground. Leaf. As the stem grows, we can see many leaves emerging on the plant. Bud. Small buds also appear on the plant. These buds open up and become flowers. As the flowers grow, they are pollinated and become fruits. In these fruits, we can find the seeds of this plant. These seeds have a baby plant each. Now you know how a plant grows.
Okay, so that was the life cycle of a plant. Can anybody tell me what they think the first step of the life cycle of a plant might be? Lydia? Good. Okay, so step number 1 of the life cycle of a plant is a seed, okay? Step number 1 is a seed. Can anybody tell me what happened next to the plant? Good. Roots, okay? So step number 2 is going to be roots. Okay? Can anybody tell me what step number 3 might be? Good job, Maggie. Step number 3 is the stem and leaves. Step number 3 is the stem and leaves. Can anybody tell me what the last step is? Good job, Johnny. The last step of the life cycle of a plant is flower. So step Number 4 is the flower. Okay? So the life cycle of a plant includes 4 different steps, okay? Everybody say it with me. Step number 1, seed. Step number 1, seed. Step number 2, root. Step number 2, root. Step number 3, stem and leaves. Step number 3, stem and leaves. Step number 4, flower. Step number 4, flower. Good job. Okay, boys and girls, so today's lesson is going to be about the life cycle of a plant and how plants grow. Okay? Okay, so we just watched a video about the life cycle of a plant, and we just named each step in order, okay? I want you to get with a partner and thank, pair, and share about each step of the life cycle of a plant, okay? So y'all get with your learning partner and thank, pair, and share. Okay, now we're going to move to our chart, okay? So let's pay close attention to our chart. Okay, can everybody see it? Okay. So we said that step number 1 of the life cycle of a plant is what? A seed. Good. A baby plant lives inside a seed. Okay? So step number 1 of the life cycle of a plant is a seed. Everybody say that. Step number 1 is seed. Good. Okay. Step number 2 of the life cycle of a plant is root. Step number 2 is root. Roots are like sponges because they soak up water and nutrients and they keep the plant stable. Who in here has ever helped their mom wash dishes or helped their dad wash a car? Do y'all know that sponge y'all use and how it soaks up all the water? Well, that's what roots do, okay? Roots are like those sponges because they soak up the water and nutrients and they keep the plant stable. Okay? Step number 3 of the life cycle of a plant is the stem and leaves. Step number 3 is the stem and leaves. The stem is like a straw taking water to the rest of the plant. It also holds up the leaves' flowers and keeps the plant reaching for sunlight. Who in here has ever drank out of a straw? Okay, can anybody tell me what the straw does? Good. It gets your drink from the bottom of the cup to the top. And that's what a stem does. It's like a straw and it takes the water to the rest of the plant. And it helps keep the plant stable and reaching for sunlight. The leaves make food for the plants. Okay, so that's step number 3 is the stem and the leaves. Step number 4 is the flower. Can everybody say that with me? Step number 4 is the flower. And the flowers help the plant reproduce or make new seeds. So the flower help the plants reproduce or make new seeds. Okay, so there are 4 steps to the life cycle of a plant. Okay, step number 1 is seed. Step number 1 is seed. Step number 2 is root. Step number 2 is root. Step number 3 are the stem and leaves. Step number 3 are the stem and leaves. And step number 4 is the flower. Step number 4 is the flower. Okay. Now that we have heard a little bit about the order in which a plant grows, let's see if we can remember them step in step by order. Okay, can anybody remember what step number 1 is? Good job, Denise. Step number 1 is seed. So everybody say that together. Step number 1 is seed. Okay. Somebody tell me, raise your hand and tell me what step 2 is. Good job, Hunter. Step number 2 is root. Okay, so everybody say that together. Step number 2 is root. Good. Okay, step number 3. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me what step number 3 is? Good job, Max. Step number 3 is the stem and leaves. So everybody, let's say that together. Step number 3 is the stem and leaves. Good. And somebody raise your hand and tell me what step number 4 is. Good job. Step number 4 is the flower. Good job, boys and girls. Okay. Can anybody tell me what might be a good title for our chart that we made here? Okay, good job, Connor. So Connor said a good title for a chart would be Facts about the life cycle of a plant. Good job. Okay, now we are going to see. Okay, now we are going to see if we can put the life cycle of a plant steps in order on our chart, okay? Okay. Can anybody tell me what this picture is? Good job, guys. So this picture is a picture of seeds. Okay, can anybody remember what step the seeds were? Good job. Step number 1, okay? So step number 1 goes in the 1 circle, okay? Can anybody tell me what this is a picture of? Good job, boys and girls. This is a picture of roots. Can everybody say that with me? Roots. What step was the roots? Step number 2. Good job. So it would go in the number 2 circle. Can anybody tell me what this is a picture of? Good job. This is a picture of the stem and leaves. What step was the stem and leaves? Step number 3. So what circle is that going to go in? The circle with the number 3. Good job. And can anybody tell me what this is a picture of? A flower. Good job, boys and girls. So what circle does the flower go in? Circle number 4, because why? It's the 4th step. Good job. So now that we've memorized the life cycle of a plant in order, what did you guys learn about the lesson today? Okay, you learned how plants grow, okay. You learned them in order? Good. We also learned that each plant has a specific life cycle. And we learned that the life cycle of a plant includes 4 steps. And they are seed, root, stem and leaves, and flower. Good job. Okay, guys, so our assignment for today is going to be a worksheet where you cut out and glue the stages of the life cycle of a plant in order, okay? And you're going to turn that in as an exit ticket at the end of the class, okay? Good job.